Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys the best Royal Giant deck in the meta right now. Royal Giant recently hasn't been in the best moment because of the Pekka evolution, but in my opinion, if you know how to play well with Royal Giant, this version can beat Pekka decks, and it's also very strong against the Goblin Stein because of the Lightning and the Fisherman. It's really nice to activate your King Tower against the Goblin Stein. So I'm currently pretty high in the world, by the way. Let me show you guys real quick before hopping into game number 1. 2,552 medals. Top 167. Let's see how much we can push with this Royal Giant deck. See you guys soon with game number 1. Okay, let's go guys. Hopping into game number 1. It looks like we're up against a really good player. I don't know if you guys noticed his profile, but I think it was a number 3 finish and a 20 something in the world finish. So definitely, yeah, a really good player right here. Okay, let's see what he's gonna be doing. Okay, looks like he starts off with a lock. Usually with Royal Giant, what I like to do, not always of course, but sometimes what I like to do is go Royal Giant in the back, because this way, most of the times you can start cycling towards your Evolution Royal Giant the fastest possible, and most of the times if they pressure you, you have pretty good defense, like pretty solid ways to defend cheaply. Okay, this is looking like lock bait, so I'm gonna have my lock ready here. Looks like he goes with a Tesla. I think I can go Lightning and I can go lock here, even though it's a little bit aggressive. I think we might be able to get a solid amount of damage with the Royal Giant and hopefully defend the Goblin Barrel without taking too much damage. Okay, I guess decent situation. Not the best outcome for us. We were able to deal a good amount of damage, but he was also able to deal a good amount of damage. Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to chill a little bit. Usually against Lockbait, single elixir is kind of rough, because most of the times he will be able to put a lot of pressure, outcycle you sometimes with the lock, and then most of the times in double is where the Royal Giant gets a little bit stronger. Okay, let's cycle Phoenix towards the right side. I think I would like to keep it a pressure though. I think I'm gonna go with a Royal Giant towards the right side lane here. Together with the Phoenix, he's probably gonna go Knight on top of the Royal Giant, so then I'm gonna go Ghost to annoy him. Okay, looks like he doesn't. Looks like instead he goes with the Goblin King, and he goes with a Knight on top of the Ghost. So let's go with the Fisherman here, and I'm gonna make sure that I have enough elixir to go with a lock, just in case he does end up going with a Goblin Barrel. Okay, Fisherman hopefully can also pull the Princess. Looks like he does go with a lock, so let's go with a Bomber, just to make sure. Was it able to? Okay, looks like it was still able to pull it. I wasn't really sure. I didn't really trust in the Fisherman. I guess I should have trusted the Fisherman a little bit more. So let's go with Eat Spirit here, just in case he decides to go with a Princess at the bridge. Looks like he doesn't, and I guess we can just have the Phoenix ready. But he actually decides to activate the King Tower. Okay, interesting decision. Let's go with a Royal Giant in the back. Let's go with a lock here on defense, and I'm gonna go with, I think, a Phoenix here. Let's see what he's gonna drop. Looks like he just goes with a Knight. Okay, so I would say, as I said before, decent situation. Not great for us. Not really bad for us either. Let's go with a Bomber here at the bridge. Evil Bomber should be able to get a lot of value against the Knight. He does end up going with his Evil Tesla. Let's go with E-Spirit plus Ghost on defense to try and defend as good as possible against the Goblin Barrel. And then afterwards go with a Phoenix, and let's go with a Bomber. And I have another Royal Giant ready in case we need it. Okay, I think I'm going to go with Royal Giant here as soon as I can to protect the Bomber. Phoenix is still alive as well. We still have the Ghost. And I'm going to save up enough elixir for a Lightning. Okay, he does go with a Tesla. Let's go with Lightning now. Royal Giant isn't even locked onto the Tesla. Let's go with Prediction Lock for the Goblin Gang. And that's how you beat Lockbait. Very nice game. Maybe in single elixir, I went a little bit aggressive. Honestly, sometimes the Royal Giant in the back is kind of risky. But as soon as you kind of know the deck, I sometimes do go for it. Of course, against a Pekka player or some deck you don't really recognize, then you should never do it. But we were able to secure the victory. See you guys soon with game number 2. Okay, let's go guys. Hopping into game number 2. Looks like once again up against a pretty good player. We're pretty high in the world right now, so we're of course gonna face some decent players right now. Okay, so I guess whenever you don't really know the deck, by the way, I think most of the times you should kind of play patiently. Mainly the reason why I went with Archie in the back in game number 1 was when he cycled lock. Most of the times lock means that it's a cycle deck, and usually against cycle decks, Royal Giants in the back is like 9 out of the 10 times the play. So looks like this guy has a Fisherman, looks like he has a Bomber. I kind of want to go Phoenix, and most of the times I would recommend going Royal Giant with the Phoenix, even if they have Pekka, which in this case this guy does have the Pekka, by the way. I'm going to go Royal Giant left side lane. What does he even have in Cycle right now? No Fisherman, no Pekka. Looks like he does have guards, which is, okay, I guess a pretty good answer. Royal Giant still should be able to get a decent amount of damage on left side, 2 shots, and then we can prepare for defense, which in this case is going to be with the Fisherman. Okay, looks like he goes with a Goblin Stein. Let's go with Fisherman here. I think I'm going to go with Electro Spirit just to make sure that we can pull the Pekka towards, and I'm going to go with Phoenix. Oh, looks like the ability is able to deal a lot of damage to the Phoenix. Phoenix with the explosion is still going to be able to deal with the Dr. Stein, and in the meantime it's also going to distract the Pekka for a little bit longer. So this is a perfect example of I would say more difficult matchup in the current meta. But I think yeah, hopefully if we do end up winning, of course, I hopefully can also show you guys that it is a winnable matchup as long as you, or as long, it's not as soon, as long as you know how to kind of play around and against this type of deck. Okay, let's go with a Ghost here. Let's go with a Bomber on defense. He might go for arrows, so I'm gonna go with a Fisherman as soon as possible. I think he does have arrows, or maybe he goes Rage Spell. Okay, he goes Rage Spell, which is also, I guess, a good decision here. Okay, we do have the Fisherman still alive. Honestly, Royal Giant here at the bridge is kind of annoying for him, because if he goes Pekka, the Fisherman pulls it, and if he goes Fisherman, it's gonna allow us afterwards quite a lot of time to have enough elixir for pretty much whatever troop he decides to use to defend the Royal Giant. Let's say he went for example, with a late Pekka, then by the time we would have already had enough elixir for example, Phoenix, maybe some other cards. In general, you have a very solid defense with this deck. Okay, let's go with the Phoenix here, same lane. I'm gonna go Bomber at the bridge here to try and force out the arrows, but also at the same time get a little bit of damage. Looks like instead he goes with his own Bomber, and I can in the meantime go with Electro Spirit plus a lock here. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman to pull the Pekka. Let's then afterwards go with a Phoenix, and Phoenix honestly is one of the most important cards against yeah, tanky units, because it's just so solid against Pekka, it's so solid against Goblin Giant, it's just really solid against pretty much any troop. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman here to pull the Goblin Giant. We are gonna take quite a bit of damage with the Goblin Giant, but I think it's fine. And in the meantime, honestly, we're not in a rush, guys. We can just cycle another Phoenix, we can prepare for defense, and as soon as we kind of know that there's a good situation to, for example, go with the Royal Giant, that is when we can yeah, go with the Royal Giant. Okay, let's cycle here. Let's go with a Ghost as well. Let's go with Electro Spirit. Let's go with a Fisherman. And I'm actually going to use the Lightning defensively this time. Nice, okay. Pekka is probably going to get a good amount of damage on the left side, but at this moment, the tower I'm more worried about is the right side tower. I was not expecting the second shot, but I guess it's fine. We're actually in a good situation now where we can go with, yeah, Royal Giant at the bridge. Is he going to go with his... Okay, looks like he does go with his Pekka. I mean, honestly, that's fine for us. Look, in the meantime, on the right side tower as well, Royal Giant is able to get 2 shots, and with that yeah, amount of damage, we're able to, I believe, bring it into lightning range. There you go, it is lightning range. But also, look at the right side tower, we also got a lot of damage there. Man, I don't know, Royal Giant is just such a fun deck to use, in my opinion. If used correctly, it has a lot of outplay potential. As you guys saw, we were able to beat this Pekka yeah, Goblin Stein deck with guards, with Fisherman, which is, in my opinion, if you look at the matchup, pretty difficult, but honestly, I think we made it seem pretty decent matchup for us. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3. So far, 2 out of the 2 matches have been victories. Let's see what deck we're gonna be facing here, but it looks like he has a Cannoneer, and honestly, Cannoneer is definitely, yeah, the better tower troop, I would say, against Royal Giant, so hopefully he doesn't have like an extremely good matchup here against us. Looks like he has some kind of spam deck. I'm gonna go Ghost here against the Goblin Gang, and I'm gonna try and activate the King Tower against the Miner. Not sure if I was on time with the Fisherman. I think, yeah, I was a little bit too late. Very unfortunate. That placement is used against the Miner on this spot, by the way. Just for those wondering, it is a good placement. It was just that I was a little bit too late. You almost have to, you kind of have your Fisherman ready, and then afterwards you can go for it. Okay, honestly, I think we're facing some kind of Mortar deck, so I don't really want to go with, yeah, neither Royal Giant nor cycle, for example, Phoenix. I think I'm just gonna have to wait a little bit and see what is the yeah, opponent gonna do. In this case, he cycles pets. I think I'm just gonna, yeah, wait. I'm gonna go with the Electro Spirit here, and I think I'm gonna go Phoenix on defense against the Miner plus pets push. Okay, my question is it gonna be Mortar, or does he have some other deck? I think it's Mortar, right? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Mortar. Knowing that I have the Phoenix still alive, I'm gonna go with a Royal Giant here. I think the Phoenix should be, yeah, kind of annoying for him. I don't think he's back to bets, and he should, exactly, he should have to play something against it. In this case, we force out the Goblin Stein, and we also, I don't know if I should go Fisherman. I guess we're just gonna let the Goblin Stein connect. It is gonna be a lot of damage, but I think it's okay to then afterwards try to, yeah, keep the elixir and make a nice push right here. Is he even gonna pop the ability? Looks like he's not gonna pop the ability quite yet. He might do it soon, but I think, yeah, at this point he's not even gonna do it anymore. I guess he knew that I was up a little bit of elixir, so he decided to, in this case, not, yeah, use the ability, which I guess is kind of smart from him. Okay, let's go with a lock here, trying to take care of the goblins. Let's see if the Fisherman is able to get a little bit of damage. Looks like he does go with a Goblin Gang. And let's in the meantime cycle Phoenix plus a Ghost towards the right side here. Okay, we have the Royal Giant evolution available. I think I'm gonna go with it at the bridge here, to be honest. In my opinion, the Phoenix should always be combined with the Royal Giant. And let's in the meantime, oh, nice Goblin Stein by him. I don't know if that was a prediction for the Bomber. Let's in the meantime go with Electro Spirit here to try and damage the yeah, bats a little bit. And let's go with a lock just to make sure that the ability is not as close to the tower as possible. Okay, this is kind of scary, guys. Let's go with a Ghost. Let's go with a Bomber here off to the side. He does go with a Miner as well to protect, in this case, the Mortar. And let's go with Electro Spirit plus lock to try and take care of everything. But he has, yeah, so many spammy cards. The good thing is that the Phoenix Explosion does deal a pretty good amount of damage to troops like bats. It kills spear goblins, so I guess we kind of resolved the situation. But honestly, overall situation, I would say, is definitely not that good for us, actually. Okay, let's go with a bomber here. Let's go with a lock as well, just to make sure that we don't take any damage, but we're still gonna take it. We're still gonna take one shot, and man, what an annoying matchup right here. He has so many spam cards. Okay, we need to focus. I think the key in these type of matchups is gonna be stacking up phoenixes. Like, he doesn't have a big spell, so I think stacking up phoenixes is definitely gonna be kind of the play here. I'm gonna go with a Royal Giant, and I'm gonna wait a little bit to see if we can get a nice lightning here. Okay, I think the lightning should be very good. It's gonna take care of the cannon card, it's gonna take care of the doctor, and it's gonna damage the monster as well. Nice, be careful with the goblin. One goblin, man, he's always getting one connection, like one cannon card shot or one goblin shot. He's definitely, yeah, how do you say, like, the luck is definitely on his side in this matchup. Okay, that's a really good push by him. I honestly don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything in cycle against the bats. That's gonna be a good game already. I don't think we could have done anything in this matchup. A very difficult matchup right here, even though we do have Lock, we have the Phoenix, the Bomber. He just has way too many spam cards, and then the bad thing is that the Lightning in some situations can get quite a lot of value, but honestly overall it's not really gonna change anything. Like, in my opinion, the Royal Giant in this matchup could get some value in some situations, like for example we did against the cannon card, taking care of the Goblin Stein, but it didn't really matter in the end anyways. So unfortunate loss right there. Let's see if we can at least end today's video with a W. See you guys soon with the next match. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 4. Very unfortunate match we just played. In my opinion, I honestly don't even know what I could have done different. I feel like the opponent was just applying so much pressure and doing a good job at attacking, while also having a very solid defense. And then once again, Cannoneer Tower, yeah, it's just really strong against okay, let's go with the lightning here. I think this time it is gonna be a decent lightning, just to directly take care of the Goblin Stein, damage the tower, and then the ghost in this case is gonna also DPS down the monster a little bit. Okay, he does go with guards. I think we can go Lock, and I think this is gonna be once again the Pekka deck, or is it gonna be, okay, looks like it's gonna be something else. Let's go with Electro Spirit last second, and then I'm gonna go Fisherman here. Not sure if we activate the King Tower, but I think we should activate, right? I think we do activate the King Tower, so very nice activation. Electro Spirit last second to cancel the charge damage, and in this case we do take quite a lot of damage. Like, honestly, the Ram Rider does have a pretty high DPS, but I think overall it was still probably the best decision to do there. Okay, let's go with a Phoenix. He does end up using the Fisherman left side lane, and I think here we could potentially prepare for a Royal Giant, even though he has Pekka. In my opinion, most of the times, if you have Phoenix on the field, you can just go with the Royal Giant at the bridge. Like in this case, the Phoenix is most likely gonna, okay, looks like he goes guard, so I'm instead gonna go with a Lock, and I'm gonna go Electro Spirit here, which hopefully can chain. Oh, that was a perfect, okay, we do have to go Fisherman, man. I was way too focused on the perfect Electro, how do you say, Electro Spirit chain, instead of being reactive to the Ram Rider in this case. Okay, let's go with a Bomber here. Looks like he does go with his Goblin Stein, and I think at this point we just need to wait a little bit and see whatever he's gonna do next. If he does end up using the ability afterwards, I think we're just gonna keep enough elixir to the point where we can go, okay, I'm just gonna take the damage here. It is gonna be quite a lot of damage, but is he gonna have enough elixir now to defend the Ghost plus Royal Giant push? I'm gonna wait a little bit to see what he drops. If he drops, for example, guards, I'm gonna go Phoenix. If he doesn't drop anything, okay, looks like he goes with a Mega Knight. Okay, that's a pretty good situation for us overall. That also explains why he didn't go Pekka before, because he doesn't have the Pekka. Okay, let's go with a Fisherman like this. Let's then afterwards, I think, have the Royal Giant ready here. Fisherman should be able to defend this pretty well, and I'm gonna have the Lock ready. Okay, looks like he does go with his guards. Let's go with a Bomber at the bridge here, which should be pretty good, cleaning up the guards, hitting the Ram Rider, and also hitting the tower. Ram Rider almost gets a connection, but luckily for us it doesn't, and I think this should be, I don't want to say good game already, but it's definitely looking pretty solid for us. I'm gonna go with a Lightning on top of the Doctor, or on top of, in this case, the Goblin Stein, just to make sure that it's not really able to get any value, and at this point all we need to do is defend well. So let's go with Electro Spirit. I'm gonna go Lock just in case the Fisherman for some reason was targeted onto one of the guards, and I'm gonna go Bomber to take care of his Evil Bomber. At this point all we need to do is just use the Lightning, and also, okay, be careful with the evil Mega Knight. Man, Mega Knight is so scary always. In my opinion, Mega Knight is one of the scariest troops to deal with. I don't think we need to even defend at this point. All we need to do is just, Lightning plus Lock the tower. There's no way that his Goblin Stein does 1600 damage in a couple of seconds. So let's give it a good game. Very nice video. We ended up 3-1 in today's video. Unfortunate loss against that one Mortar deck. But in my opinion, this Royal Giant deck is definitely the best version in the current meta. really solid, and you also saw that against Pekka, which is very popular right now. It is a winnable matchup. It's not easy, but take note, guys, if you have any question about a specific matchup with Royal Giant, I would love to help you, so feel free to leave your comment, to leave your question in the comment section down below. That's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I'm always I'm almost at 60k, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and hope to see you guys in one of my future videos. Take care, guys.